Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to finish our Claire West landscapes. You guys are doing an amazing job on these. They are so colorful. I love all the detail. Today is all about detail, detail, detail. You're going to add as much detail as you can. Think of ways that you can add more than you've already added. Remember, things that are close to the horizon line, which is where the sky meets the ground, should be small. Things in the middle of your paper should be a little bit bigger. And then things at the bottom should be really big. So this is Sophie Parker's picture. And she virtually finished last week. She may want to add some detail just a little bit more this week. If she wants, she can. I love this huge, big flower. Things don't have to be super realistic. So I think the flower looks really cool, but obviously the pink stem is not that realistic, but it looks really neat. I like how her trees on the horizon are very small. I like how she has a variety of different things. So she doesn't just have trees that all look the same. She's got like this looking goldenrod looking plant. She has this different white looking plant, and then she's got the pink plant. So think about how you can add a variety. You can see here on my example, I've got the trees like Claire West drew. Then I've got flowers and vines, and I really am not finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you real quickly some ways to finish. Remember, you cannot use the paint pens on top of wet paint. So right now, everybody's paper is dry. When you get to your seat, your paper will be completely dry. So I would suggest using the paint pens first while your paper is dry and just adding some detail. Okay, so I could just add some detail on top of my wet paint. You can add this wherever you'd like. Several of you did little poofs for the trees, but you haven't added the trunk or the branches, because I told you last week that it's easier to add that with the paint sticks. So I'm just right now going to add some branches, and I can just add lots of detail. Now, once I'm done with the paint sticks, or not the paint sticks, I'm sorry, they get a kindergarten. Once I'm finished with the paint pens, I could then go in with my paintbrush and add wet paint. So you could use the acrylic paint with your paintbrush and these at the same time. You just have to be mindful of making sure that you're not drawing on top of wet paint. So please be careful. These paint pens are expensive. I love to let you guys use nice art materials like this, but I have to be able to pay for them. So if people are messing them up, then I don't feel like it's worth it for me to spend a lot of money on stuff like that. So do your best. I'm going to speed this up and just add lots more detail that you can see. And then this is a great time where you can follow my rule, be creative. Think about all the detail you can add. Claire West added so much detail, almost maybe even too much. She had a lot of detail. Remember, use the paint pens first while your paper is dry. And then you can get the paintbrush out and add some more details with the paint. Remember to wash your brush out, dry your brush on the paper towel, because the paint is already liquefied and you don't need to add more water to it. Okay, so I'm finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this at my table unless I sit at green table. If I sit at green table, remember your job is to carry these to the drying rack. Carry them carefully, one at a time, because we don't want to stack any art. It might smudge the paintings. If I were to take this and put it right here and I have wet paint here, that will smudge. So be sure that you carry them one or two at a time. Carry them carefully. If you sit at yellow table, your job is still the water. So you are going to take the dirty water buckets, dump them out, rinse them out, add water back into them. Remember, you should not be adding a ton of water, halfway full or a little bit less. If you sit at any other table, all you're going to do is clean up your spot. The paint pens should be in the caddy. Your paintbrushes should be clean. So as soon as the timer goes off, you need to rinse your brush out really good before yellow table comes to pick up your water. And place your brush handle down, bristle up. If we put them bristle down, they get smushed, and then the paintbrush is no good. So handle down, bristle up. And I may bring you a wipe. I'm not sure if I will or not. Leave your paint where it is, and leave your messy mat where it is, and just wipe. If I bring you a wipe, wipe around all the spots on the table that you can see. All right, have fun.